What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, December 3rd, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The latest trailer for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice premiered on Wednesday night, and the teaser kicked off with a chilly first meeting between Clark Kent, played by Henry Cavill, and Bruce Wayne, played by Ben Affleck, at a cocktail party. The roving reporter asked the billionaire, "What's your position on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?" He responded, "Every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you write a puff piece editorial," in the 3-minute promo that aired during Jimmy Kimmel Live. Wayne added, "I've had a bad history with freaks dressed like clowns." An exuberant Les Luthor, played by Jesse Eisenberg, also jumped into the fray as he got crushed by Superman's handshake of steel. The gloves are soon off and the masks are on for the superheroes as Superman and Batman go head-to-head in what promises to be a conflict of epic proportions. Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice is directed by Zack Snyder and co-stars Holly Hunter, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, and Jeremy Irons. The Warner Bros. Action film hits theaters on March 25th, 2016. Kim Kardashian West's unborn baby is no longer in the breech position. The television personality announced on her website Tuesday she underwent a painful procedure to correct her son's position over the weekend. Kardashian West said, "I checked into the hospital and underwent a procedure called the external cephalic version, which is done to manually turn the baby from a breech position to a head-down position. The procedure presents several risks, including a chance her baby's heart rate would drop or her water could break. A cesarean section would be performed in either case." She also added, "They don't give you any pain medication, and let me tell you, that was so painful. Probably more painful than childbirth, but it worked." The Keeping Up with the Kardashians television personality announced via her website her unborn son was breeched on Tuesday. She wrote, "I have been doing everything I can. I lay practically upside down 3 times a day for 15 minutes. I play music in the right position and ice my belly in certain spots to get him to squirm out of the breech position. I even started acupuncture and hypnosis." And a related story, mother Kris Jenner showed her support for daughter Kourtney Kardashian's ex-partner Scott Disick on Tuesday. The 60-year-old reality star surprised fans by praising the 32-year-old club promoter on Instagram. Kardashian posted a photo of herself at home with Disick, sharing her love for him in the caption. She tweeted, "This is truly one of the true loves of my life. Feel blessed to have him as the baby daddy to my grandkids. You are amazing. Add, let the Lord be with you, and I love you. Hashtag proud mama, hashtag memories, hashtag family, hashtag you are everything." Jenner's accolades come amid rumors Disick and Kardashian may reconcile. The club promoter celebrated Thanksgiving with his ex-partner and her family and appeared to enjoy a cozy night in with Kardashian and their 3 children Saturday. Disick and the 36-year-old reality star were together 9 years before splitting in July and share a 5-year-old son Mason, 3-year-old daughter Penelope, and 11-month-old son Rain. The club promoter left rehab again in November and has reportedly improved his behavior. A source recently told E! News Scott has made an effort to cut bad influences out of his life. At the time, he didn't really care because he was caught up in all the partying, but he's finally realized the party has to stop. Jenner and her family returned last month for an 11th season of E's series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which airs Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Khloe Kardashian also reunited with her estranged husband Lamar Odom over the weekend after recovering from a strep infection. Actor Alex Pettyfer has opened up about not getting along with co-star Channing Tatum during the filming of Magic Mike. The 25-year-old discussed his hardship filming the male stripper comedy drama during an interview with Bret Easton Ellis for the podcast B. "It's true," Pettyfer said about the rumors of the two not getting along. "Channing Tatum does not like me, and for many reasons, many being my own fault." According to Pettyfer, the rest of the cast, including Tatum, found the English actor to be stuck up with how he didn't react with anyone else on the set. Pettyfer said, I didn't speak on the movie set. I was scared to speak. I actually did my work and I sat in the corner and listened to music because I've been told that anything I do is wrong by my reps. I was very insecure as a human being, and that also gave me a bad rap because they said, oh, Alex thinks he's shit better than everyone else because he doesn't speak to anyone, and that's not true. I was genuinely nervous and scared to be myself. Things only got worse between the two after Pettyfer and his then fiancée Riley Q moved out of an apartment that they had rented from Tatum's friend due to dust and mold without paying rent. He said, all of a sudden I got a very negative email from Channing, rightfully so, saying, don't shit my friends, you owe money, pay the fucking money, don't be a clown, Pettyfer recalled Tatum wrote him. However, Pettyfer holds no hard feelings towards Tatum and actually sees his time filming Magic Mike as a valuable learning experience. He said, Channing was actually an incredible influence on me because after this whole situation happened, that was kind of the end of my immaturity and all my experiences put into one. It was an incredible experience making Magic Mike. I wouldn't replace it for anything. Oscar-winning actress Reese Witherspoon is to host Thursday's 2015 National Christmas Tree Lighting in the National Park Foundation announced. Scandal co-star Bellamy Young and the United States Coastal Guard Band have also been added to the lineup for the 93rd edition of the holiday tradition. Slated to perform during the event as well are Fall Out Boys, Andra Day, Tori Kelly, Trombone Shorty, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Alla Black, Kelsey Ballerini, Joyous String Quartet, and Miss Piggy. The ceremony at the White House will kick off the holiday season in the nation's capital and can be viewed online live at www.thenationaltree.org beginning at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the exclusive National Christmas Tree Lighting pre-show. The event can be seen on public television during this month. Actress Emma Watson has continued to refer to herself as a feminist despite others not wanting her to. During an interview with the Evening Standard, the Harry Potter star openly discussed how she was advised not to use the word feminism during her much-lauded speech at the UN Women's He for She launch event aimed at encouraging men to fight for equality. She said, I was encouraged not to use the word feminism because people felt that it was alienating and separating, and the whole idea of the speech was to include as many people as possible, the actress told the magazine. She also added, but I thought long and hard and ultimately felt that it was just the right thing to do. If women are terrified to use the word, how on earth are men supposed to start using it? Watson defended her right to use the term during the speech, saying at the time, the more I have talked about feminism, the more I've realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop. The experience was an eye-opening one for Watson, who also mentioned how comfortable she is now in always speaking her mind. She said, now at 25, for the first time in my life, I feel like I have a sense of self that I'm comfortable with. I actually do have things that I want to say, and I want to be my most authentic self. Watson last made headlines in November after she met with Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala Yousafzai for the premiere of her biopic, Her Name, Me, Malala, where they discuss embracing feminism. As Bravo's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills enters into its sixth season, star Kylie Richards has started to talk about her tumultuous relationship with sister Kim. Kylie appeared on Andy Cohen's Sirius XM radio show Andy Cohen Live, where she was asked how her troubled sister was doing since becoming sober back in October. Kylie replied before mentioning that Kim would be appearing on the reality show on a limited basis. She's good right now, she's happy, she's good, she's sober. However, when a caller asked the actress about her relationship with her sister, Kylie admitted to their differences and how the show has affected their lives. Kylie explained it's very difficult. Like I was just saying with Andy, we'll be okay, and then the show reruns, and we're like, oh my gosh, and it kind of brings things up again, honestly. It's not just that, but we've had a very difficult relationship, and we probably will always be a work in progress, always. She also added, honestly, I don't know if it's ever going to be like, oh my gosh, it's just like when we were little now. Woohoo, let's go have ice cream together. I hope, but it's probably not. Kim suffered through a series of setbacks this year after she was arrested in April for public intoxication and then again for shoplifting in August. After declaring that she had become sober, Kim mentioned to former Real Housewives co-star Brandi Glanville on her podcast that she was truly enjoying life. Kim says, it's a good time for me right now. It's better now, but it was a rough time for a bit there. I'm just putting everything back in order and really focusing on my family and me. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills airs Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Bravo. The small screen's adaptation of Leo Tolstoy's 1869 novel War and Peace will be simulcast in the United States on January 18th on Lifetime, A&E and History. The 4-week television event, Paul Dano, Lily James, James Norton, James Broadbent, and Gillian Anderson. The collaboration from BBC's Siramu Wales drama, The Weinstein Company, BBC's Worldwide Lookout Point, and Lifetime was penned by Andrew Davies and directed by Tom Harper. The synopsis says, a thrilling tale of love, war, and family. War and Peace is widely considered the greatest novel ever written. Another synopsis says, sets against the backdrop of Napoleon's invasion of Russia. War and Peace is the ultimate story of passion and romance, scandal and deceit, following the rise and falls of fortunates of 5 aristocratic families, all jockeying for position in the waning days of Imperial Russia. Actor Josh Hartnett and girlfriend Tamsin Egerton have welcomed their first child. The 37-year-old American actor and 27-year-old English actress were spotted leaving St. Mary's Hospital in London with their newborn in a baby carrier Tuesday. Harnett and Egerton met on the set of The Lovers in 2010 and announced the actress was expecting in July. The couple take care to keep their relationship out of the spotlight, as Harnett told USA Today in May. He said, I purposely didn't want people to know too much about my personal life because I think a lot of people give it away for free. I think if you spend too much time courting people's attention into your personal life, you lose ownership of it. That's why I make sure my life is my own. Harnett played Ethan Chandler on Showtime's series Penny Dreadful, which will return for a 3rd season in 2016, and is slated for The Long Home with Josh Hutcherson. Egerton will next star in Grimsby with Sacha Baron Cohen and Mark Strong. Sandra Bullock recently adopted a 3-year-old daughter named Layla. The 51-year-old actress confirmed as much in an interview with People after months of speculation. Bullock, who initially fostered Layla, kept the news secret to protect the toddler's privacy and compared the process to witness protection. She said of her celebrity, most foster children are in foster care because they were taken from their birth homes under tragic circumstances, and the last thing I want was to bring more harm to her because of the nature of my job. Bullock is also mother to 5-year-old son Louis, who she adopted in 2010. She told the magazine her son spearheaded this whole journey to adopt Layla, calling her family blended and diverse, nutty and loving and understanding. She shared, when I look at Layla, there's no doubt in my mind that she was supposed to be here. I can tell you absolutely the exact right children came to me at the exact right time. Bullock has gone so far as to deny she had adopted a second child at a press conference for Our Brand is Crisis in October. The actress was as protective while discussing raising Louis in today's racial climate in an interview for the November issue of Glamour. She told the magazine, you've seen how far we've come in civil rights and where we've gotten back to now. I want my son to be safe. I want my son to be judged for the man he is. We're at the point now where if we don't do something, we will have to destroy what so many amazing people have done. Bullock last starred in Our Band is Crisis, which opened in theaters October 30th. The movie dramatizes the involvement of American political strategists in the 2002 Bolivian presidential election, but proved a critical and commercial flop. Jerry Seinfeld has landed a new deal that will see the comedian take up residency at New York City's Beacon Theater to perform once a month through June 2016. Seinfeld said in a statement Tuesday, my favorite theater in New York to perform has always been the Beacon. Comedians live for certain houses that just feels alive for some reason. The Beacon is that place for me, and I am so excited to make it my new home. According to The Hollywood Reporter, tickets for the stand-up show called Seinfeld, The Homestand, will go on sale December 7th at 10 a.m. James L. Dolan, the executive chairman of Madison Square Garden Company, which is producing the show, says Jerry Seinfeld is one of the most influential and respected comedians of all time, and through both his groundbreaking hit series Seinfeld and his newest venture, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, he has permanently changed both the modern comedy and television landscapes. As a renowned New Yorker whose brand of comedy is rooted in the Big Apple, we are honored to welcome Jerry to the Beacon, his neighborhood theater for Jerry Seinfeld, The Homestead. The Beacon Theater is at 2124 Broadway in Manhattan's Upper West Side, where Seinfeld lives, and where many of the street scenes in Seinfeld were filmed. Seinfeld has promised that his Beacon Theater show will feature his A material. The 61-year-old said, you'll see my best show here every time I do it. This is not a workshop. Hollywood actresses Holland Taylor and Sarah Paulson reportedly have been dating for a few months. Although neither celebrity has publicly discussed their relationship, Entertainment Tonight and People magazine cited unnamed sources as confirming the romance. Taylor, who's 72, is best known for her work on the sitcoms Bosom Buddies and 2.5 Men. She can now be seen in Off-Broadway's Ripcord. Paulson, 40, is a cast member of TV's American Horror Story, as well as the critically acclaimed film Carol. Taylor recently discussed her sexuality for the first time with the public radio station WNYC and confirmed she's in a relationship with a younger woman, although she didn't mention her name. Holland said jokingly, "There's a very big age difference between us, which I'm sure shocks a lot of people, and it startles me. But as they say, if she dies, she dies." Paulson, who has said she doesn't want to be defined by the romantic partners she chooses, previously dated 24 actress Cherry Jones for 5 years before they split up in 2009. Harrison Ford says he's more pleased with the Star Wars Force Awakens. The 73-year-old actor, who will return as Han Solo in the forthcoming film, recently saw the completed movie for the first time and excited fans with his glowing review Tuesday on Good Morning America. He said of the screening, "It was great. It was a wonderful movie. It got great production value. It's a real big movie, and I was delighted to see it." He revealed of Han Solo's plotline, he's got more complex story now, a little more of an emotional context than perhaps there was before, but he's still the same guy. Ford first plays the Millennium Falcon captain in Star Wars and reprised the role in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. He injured his ankle while filming The Force Awakens and dramatically recreated the moment Tuesday on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. In a related story, Carrie Fisher was pressured to lose weight for Star Wars The Force Awakens. The 59-year-old actress revealed as much in an interview for the January issue of Good Housekeeping UK. Fisher will reprise Princess Leia in the forthcoming film, nearly 40 years after she first portrayed the character in the 1977 movie Star Wars. She quipped, "They don't want to hire all of me, only about 3/4. Nothing changes, it's appearance-driven thing. I'm in a business where the only thing that matters is weight and appearance. That is so messed up. They might as well say get younger because that's how easy it is." She shared, "I did the same way everybody has to. Don't eat and exercise more. And when I do lose the weight, I don't like that it makes me feel good about myself. It's not who I am. My problem is they talk to me like an actress, but I hear them like a writer." Fisher famously wore a metal bikini at the age of 25 in the 1983 sequel, Return of the Jedi, recently instructed Star Wars newcomer Daisy Ridley to fight for her outfit, advising, "Don't be a slave like I was. You keep fighting against that slave outfit." She also added, "We treat beauty like an accomplishment, and this is insane," she told Good Housekeeping. She also added, "Everyone in LA says, 'Oh, you look good,' and you listen for them to say, 'You've lost weight.' It's never, 'How are you?' or 'You seem happy.'" The Star Wars Force Awakens opens in theaters December 18th. Co-stars Ridley, John Boyega, and Adam Driver. Harrison Ford, who reprised the role of Han Solo in the film, declared the movie wonderful during an appearance on Tuesday's Good Morning America. Coco Austin shared new photos of daughter Chanel this week on Instagram. The 36-year-old television personality proudly posted 2 photos of the newborn days after welcoming the infant with husband Ice-T. Austin and the 57-year-old actor and rapper announced Chanel's birth Saturday, November 28th. The star wrote Monday at #Chanel Nicole took some hospital pics today. She is so scrumptious, I can't get enough of her, and she's got a full head of hair. Adding she experienced heartburn during her pregnancy. She added Tuesday, "My sweet girl, after giving her the boob, she's in heaven, and it's funny, she's so tiny for her clothes." The couple expected Chanel to be born in December, but their daughter was born premature. Austin and Ice-T married in January 2002 and revealed they were expecting in July. The actor is also father to 39-year-old daughter Letitia and 23-year-old son Tracy Merrill Jr., and praised his wife in an interview with PR.com in 2011. He lauded, "She's sincere, she's sweet, she's not silly on a relationship level, she's goofy and playful, but she's very sincere. She was just like, if you treat me right, I'll treat you right. That's pretty much the basis of any good deal, just treat each other right." Austin and Ice-T starred on E! Reality series Ice Loves Coco from 2011 to 2014 and reportedly have a new show in the works. The actor continues to play Detective Olafin Tutuola on NBC's police drama Law & Order SVU, which will return for a mid-season break January 6. Gigi Hadid, Lily Aldridge, and Joan Smalls recently went nude for Stuart Weitzman. The 20-year-old, 30-year-old, and 27-year-old models were announced as the faces of the brand's Spring 2016 campaign Wednesday after sharing photos for the shoot on social media a day prior. Hadid wrote, "So excited to be part of the @Stuart Weitzman's SS16 campaign with @Lily Aldridge and @Joan Smalls, shot by @Mario Testino. Best shoes, best team, best day. Clearly nothing else is needed. Hashtag in our shoes." Weitzman issued a press release explaining the trio was chosen because of their social relevance and fashion-forward trend-setting status. The company said that the campaign aimed to capture a relaxed, effortless, and chic version of sexy. The brand lauded the quintessential girl next door. Gigi, Joan, and Lily personified the confidence, empowerment, beauty, and ease of women wearing Stuart Weitzman shoes. The fact that these girls are friends made them the ideal cast choice for the campaign. Aldridge told E! News, "We are all friends, me and Joan. I just love our friendship. We joke around and goof off. We can be girls and have fun and do our dream job together. It's so nice to have girls where you support each other." Aldridge and Smalls are known for their modeling work with Victoria's Secret and walked alongside Hadid in her first Victoria's Secret fashion show in November. The model responded to critics in the January issue of British Vogue, telling the magazine, "I love my body." Country music icon Dolly Parton will appear on next Tuesday's episode of The Voice, NBC announced this week, saying she'll sing her song Coat of Many Colors and spend time with the contestants. The network said in a news release Parton will mentor this season's semifinalists and share with them her infinite knowledge as a music industry trailblazer and icon. NBC will air Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors, a 2-hour movie about the 69-year-old singer-songwriter's childhood, 2 nights later on December 10th. Also taking the stage for next week's episode of The Voice will be country artist and Voice Season 3 champion Cassidy Pope, who will be performing her latest single, I Am Invisible. Hip-hop music superstar Lil Wayne plans to kick off his U.S. concert tour January 21st in El Paso, Texas. In a news release from Live Nation, they said the dedication tour is a personal thank you from Lil Wayne to dedicate to all of his fans in cities he has rarely visited on his past tour runs. Among the stops on the 19-show tour will be Richmond, Virginia, Grand Rapids, Michigan, State College, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln, Nebraska. Ray Simmerud will be the special guest during the performances. Tickets go on sale on Friday. Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl decided to put his drumming skills to the test against Animal in the latest episode of ABC's The Muppets. During the show's closing credits Tuesday, the Foo Fighters frontman and former Nirvana drummer challenged the equally talented pink furry Muppet to an epic drum battle. Grohl said, staring down his challenger, "I've been waiting years for this, Animal. Now we'll see who's best." Animal responded before unleashing a ferocious drum beat. Grohl took the battle in stride, hitting one cymbal, exclaiming, "Oh, what's that, a bell? Time for school," before he launched into his own solo. By the end of the competition, both drummers were spent from jamming too hard and were left with broken drum sets as each concluded that the other had won. The comedic segment came after an episode that featured Grohl and Muppet band Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, who served as Miss Piggy's house band for her late-night show. Actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt also guest starred. Grohl's band, the Foo Fighters, last made headlines in November when they released a free 5-track EP called Saint Cecilia that was dedicated to the victims of the November 13th terrorist attacks in Paris. Chris Brown is canceling concerts in Australia and New Zealand in December for unspecific reasons, it was announced Tuesday. A statement issued through Ticketek Australia said Mr. Brown and the promoters both remain positive that the tour will take place in the near future. Mr. Brown wishes to express his deepest gratitude to the fans for their support and looks forward to a successful tour in the near future. The shows were planned in Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and Auckland between December 9th through the 18th. Full refunds are being issued to fans. What prompted the cancellation was not mentioned in the statement, but Brown reportedly ran into problems when he applied for work visas for the tour. According to the BBC, the Australian government announced in September that it was planning to deny Brown's visa request because of his felony domestic violence conviction in the United States. The singer pleaded guilty to assaulting singer Rihanna in 2009 and served a 5-year probation. A scheduled appearance by the controversial singer on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah was abruptly canceled Tuesday night. With both Comedy Central and Brown's promoters failing to offer an official reason for Brown's dropping out. Reports claimed that some Daily Show staffers were wary of the implications of hosting Brown, given his reputation. Presenter Noah allegedly hoped to discuss serious domestic violence issues with Brown, the Daily Beast reports, but after making the suggestion during a meeting on Monday, was advised against it. And now let's take a look at the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of December 11th. Number 10, Alicia Cara with Here. Number 9, Fetty Wap featuring the Remy Boys with 679. Number 8, Meghan Trainor featuring John Legend with Like I'm Gonna Lose You. Number 7, Justin Bieber with Love Yourself. Number 6, Shawn Mendes with Stitches. Number 5, The Weeknd with The Hills. Number 4, Justin Bieber with What Do You Mean. Number 3, Drake with Hotline Bling. Number 2, Justin Bieber with Sorry. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of December 11th, Adele with Hello. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this day in 1979, 11 people are killed in a stampede outside a Who's concert in Cincinnati, Ohio. The general admissions ticketing policy for rock concerts at Cincinnati's Riverfront Coliseum in the 1970s was known as festival seating. That term and that ticketing policy would become infamous in the wake of one of the deadliest rock concert incidents in history. 11 people, including 3 high school students, were killed on this date in 1979 when a crowd of general admission ticket holders to a Cincinnati Who's concert surged forward in an attempt to enter Riverfront Coliseum and secure prime unreserved seats inside. Festival City had already been eliminated at many similar venues in the United States by 1979, yet the system remained in place at Riverfront Coliseum despite a dangerous incident at a Led Zeppelin show 2 years earlier. That day, 60 would-be concertgoers were arrested and dozens more injured when the crowd outside the venue surged up against the Coliseum's locked glass doors. In the early evening hours of December 3rd, 1979, those same doors stood locked before a restless and growing crowd of Who fans. That evening's concert was scheduled to begin at 8 p.m., but ticket holders had begun to gather outside the Coliseum shortly after noon, and by 3 o'clock p.m., police had been called in to maintain order as the crowd swelled into the thousands. By 7 p.m., an estimate 8,000 ticket holders were jostling for position in the plaza at the Coliseum's west gate, and the crowd began to push forward. When a police lieutenant on the scene tried to convince the show's promoters to open the locked glass doors at the West Gate entrance, he was told that there were not enough ticket takers on duty inside, and that union rules prevented them from recruiting ushers to perform that duty. At approximately 7:20, the crowd surged forward powerfully as one set of glass doors shattered and the others were thrown open. With the Coliseum security nowhere in sight, the police on hand were aware almost immediately that the situation had the potential for disaster, yet they were physically unable to slow the stream of people flowing through the plaza for at least the next 15 minutes. At approximately 7:45, they began to work their way into the crowd, where they found the first of what eventually turned out to be 11 concertgoers laying on the ground, dead from asphyxiation. Afraid of how the crowd might react to cancellation, Cincinnati fire officials instructed the promoters to go on with the show, and the members of The Who were not told what had happened until after completing their final encore hours later. In the aftermath of the tragedy, the city of Cincinnati banned festival seating at its concert venues. That ban was overturned, however, 24 years later, and improved crowd control procedures have thus far prevented a reoccurrence of any such incident. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, December 3rd, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RayMelo. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.